All right, hey, what's up, everyone? Wanted to put together this video here. Um, did want to just mention I was going to use a grid here. Just, biggest reason, make it easier for you guys to see very discreetly, like how many rings I'm going, counting. It's a very good learning tool for the game. So we're going to use that so you can see how I pull my rings, but wanted to put together some guides with some free balls just because I feel like, there's always people looking for help or maybe not even asking for help or realizing that it's out there. But this is going to be entirely, free to play, and, don't worry too much about, how good my clubs are or whatnot. I'll back off and hit like Fusion 4, Fusion 5. It's not about really getting every shot as long as possible, especially on these par 4s, okay? We can hold these out from, the middle of the fairway. So the only thing I'm going to do, sometimes I won't even use power to get the ball out there. It's really not the key component. But wanted to, kind of just use some normal balls here just to show that we can do well in this game. And, it's more about just putting the ball in good spots. Okay, and when I miss a good spot, I'll usually do something a little bit different. So let's just see where we are. It's okay. I'm not in love with this spot because of the wind, but in terms of my ring adjustment, I'm thinking 7-ish rings. I'm going to have to set up off this green here, which is okay. I do like to use the high backspin approach. I would have needed to tee it off just a tiny bit farther, given this wind. But we never can predict the wind. I'm just going to go in and go out because you can see that there's just some profile sitting on the green there. So what this does is it's going to clear those out or make them putt out, one or the other. At least they disappear when you do that. So that's the trick to getting rid of them. So one of the things that I'll do if I was going to play this, first off, I'll try to play a counter the wind shot. So I'm going to go just a little bit to the left. You're going to see that I'm going to put the ball guide through the hole pretty significantly, and it's because I know I'm going to be pulling up towards max. Now, what I'll typically do at 3%, I don't use a ton of 3% balls for tournament, but, I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of 1.1, 1.09, something per ring here, since we are going to be very close to max. And you got to keep in mind that I'm pulling up towards max, so my wind adjustment is going to be max. So I'm thinking somewhere in the neighborhood of this, maybe this. So 6.85, 6.9, somewhere in there. And you can see ball guide through the hole. We are going to pull our rings like so. And just keep in mind, you can see how my ball guide is. It's going to collapse down. So that's why you can see that I'm playing it intentionally through the hole. And the way that the ball is going to roll out is dictated by, are we close to max? Are we close to min? Because towards min, the ball will roll out farther. Since I'm very close to max, it's going to check up very nicely. So I don't even need spin towards max. These are the concepts that you need to be thinking about. But here we go. We're just going to pull. We're going to release and see how this plays out. And you can see there it's rolling up, and there's the checkup that I was just talking about. So I really realistically needed to play it a little bit more through the hole. My ring adjustment looked pretty good. I would say, I can't refute that, it might have been, 1.08, somewhere in there, 1.09. But the biggest thing that I did wrong was I didn't have the ball guide through the hole enough. But I was very close. As you can see, 870, we're getting up there. And even with, you know, not a big wind ball, we can still hit a lot of these shots. And that's one of the things that I wanted to, you know, put this together for you guys. Now I'm going to break this up and I'll catch you guys on this next hole momentarily here.